Hello my darlings, and welcome to a brand new fashion video here on my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my top 10 ever best summer wardrobe investments, and I'm going to be sharing the old versus the new. So when it comes to investments for my wardrobe, these are often things which have stood the test of time, one of my favorite fashion catchphrases here on the channel. And because of this, sometimes the brands tend to bring out newer versions. If it is a really popular style, then sometimes they'll tweak it in some ways, change up a silhouette into a new fabric or do a new colorway. So while my personal best investments might be 5 or 10, maybe 2 to 5 years old, I do have a few newer versions that are available to purchase right now that I can share with you. Sometimes with the best investments in my wardrobe as well, I do choose to purchase the newer version just because if there is a style that I know works really well for my wardrobe, that I get so much wear out of, then I think it makes sense to purchase that item in a slightly different colorway, because that way I know what I'm getting, I know that I love it and that it works for my wardrobe, and I'm essentially going to get so much wear out of it. Quick side note before we go any further, if you're wondering why my eyebrows are so dark, I'm a little bit self-conscious about filming today, but I am 3 days post microblading appointment. I did vlog my microblading appointment if you would like to see all about it, but yeah, the brows will lighten up. I feel like my face looks I look quite angry, but yeah, just as a little disclaimer in case you wondered why. So without further ado, let's get started. And I'm actually going to begin with something that I get a lot of questions on, and that is the Chloe sandals. So of course my old version is this pair right here, and I purchased these pretty much as soon as they were released. Actually, I tend to be quite an early adopter with Chloe as a brand. It fits really well with my personal style, and I feel that I know I'm going to get a lot of wear from their pieces, so I'm often quite quick to jump to a decision and invest in Chloe. And I've had this pair here for, yeah, I would say around 3 years. I get so many questions about this particular pair of sandals. Are they comfortable? Are they worth it? First of all, price point wise, they're pretty good for Chloe. They're quite an entry-level Chloe piece. Are they comfortable? I have to say, short answer, no. Long answer, yes. And that is because when I first purchased these, the first summer, in fact, I only probably wore them 2 or 3 times because I found them so uncomfortable. This material across the top here is actually quite a hard material. It's quite a rough kind of fabric strap, and to begin with I just thought, nope, they are not comfy, they're not gonna budge. Yeah, didn't love them, and I think I actually posted an Instagram story saying, guys, do not buy these sandals. I know they're all over Instagram, but now look at me featuring them in a top 10 best investments video. So you guessed it, I tried them on the next summer, and I don't know, maybe the material had softened, maybe I just was a little bit more willing to persevere. But now I would say that they are the most comfortable sandals in my collection. I have mentioned previously that I do actually wear these out in the garden. They are very handy to just slip on, head outside, go and check on my cucumbers. But yeah, I do wear them a lot. I don't save them for best, I wear them around the garden. I'd wear them on beach days. They're just really quick and easy to slide on. And also very easy to clean, which is great because it doesn't matter if I get grass stains on them or mud, they just clean really, really easily. So I have decided this summer to invest in a new pair. I decided to pick this pair up from Farfetch when I saw them in the new in section. I'm always checking the Farfetch new in section for little gems like this. Darlings, you may know that I work with Farfetch on a regular basis, so I'm very pleased to share a new discount code with you. The discount code, as usual, will get you 10% off. I will leave the code that you need on the screen here, and the links and the code as well in the description box, as well as a few T's and C's. Basically, it has to be full price. I think new season, which most of these pieces I'm going to be sharing with you as the new investments, will be found in that section, and it is for your first purchase on Farfetch only. So a fantastic way of discovering the website if you haven't been on there already. I talk about it so much, I feel like you guys know how much I adore Farfetch. So I picked these up. I think these ones came from Browns. They arrived really quickly. Farfetch works as an aggregator, so they do work with boutiques all over the world, from America to Australia. So you really do get to cherry pick the absolute best products from all around the world from one website in one transaction. It is so easy. But these arrived really quickly because they did actually come from the UK. As you can see, they are very similar indeed to the previous Chloe sandals that I just showed you, but they are the 2021 update. So these ones are a little bit more raffia in their kind of tone. I really do love raffia style as a neutral. The actual sole of these is just so comfortable. It's a really nice thick sole, nice and grippy. And then brown leather. With most of the investments here, you'll notice that they are all within that neutral color palette, which just means that they work with everything in my wardrobe. I believe my original pair, they bring them back year after year, so I'm sure I'll be able to find those on Farfetch and leave them linked down below as well. And they have a few different colorways as well. They've got a really nice browny green shade, they've got a pink, there are so many different ones, but I thought I'd go for something quite significantly different and quite visually different, so that's why I've opted for these as my latest investment piece of Chloe footwear. The next piece within my top 10 summer wardrobe investment pieces will of course come to no surprise for many of you if you've watched my channel previously, and it is my Zimmerman shorts. Now these were, I think probably around 4 years ago that I picked these up, and like the Chloe sandals, it took me a while before I just started wearing them all the time. I think maybe when I first get something, I really want to save it for best, and then once I've had it for around 4 or 5 months, then I just want to wear it with absolutely everything, and that was certainly true with these shorts. These are the originals. They were the shorts that started my obsession with Zimmerman shorts. I absolutely love pairing them with a little white crop top, and I'm always really intrigued to see how they update this style year after year. This pair actually creases really badly, so much so that if I know that I'm going to be in a car for maybe 20 minutes before arriving at my destination as opposed to walking there on holiday, I just won't wear them because they end up getting so creased, especially around the crotch area. But I'm pleased to say that Zimmerman have really tweaked this with their newer designs. With the shorts that I've purchased more recently, I've not noticed the creasing to be anywhere near as bad. So this gorgeous pair of shorts is my 2021 version of this investment. Zimmerman are still doing the beautiful scallops, which is a design detail that I absolutely love. I have shown you these in a previous video if you are wondering why they look so familiar. Very similar silhouettes, they've got the same kind of darting detail, same high-waisted fashion, so really flattering. These ones actually have a little string waist belt, which of course you can easily remove if you want to, little pockets, and again with a white crop top. That for me is just such a classic summer style. Yes, they are expensive for shorts, but if I wear these even an eighth of the amount that I've worn the white ones, they'll still end up being a really great price per wear summer investment. Up next we have a real Instagram made me buy it piece. I feel like these were absolutely huge on Instagram maybe about 5 years ago. I'm saying all these 5 years ago, 3 years ago. My perception of time is always so distorted, so these projections might be completely wrong, but I think it was about 5 years ago that Farfetch swimsuits were just all over the gram. If a blogger went to the Maldives or went to Ibiza, she was definitely wearing one of these with her hair perfectly curled, and I bought into that hype. But I have to say, they are absolutely beautiful. They are incredibly photogenic, and I'll hold my hands up and say, yes, Instagram is a big part of my job, but I've got friends that have nothing to do with Instagram for their job, but even they will admit that they buy certain swimsuits and bikinis just for the gram. And this is most certainly one of those styles. It is incredibly visual. The silhouette and the way that this looks when you're wearing, you just feel amazing when you're wearing this. Great for beach parties. This would actually be great for a hen do as well. But because I've had this one, I wasn't really tempted to buy another Farfetch swimsuit until I saw this one. So I spotted this on the new in page on Farfetch, and I just thought that the colours were so beautiful. Really gorgeous, soft, muted, almost like a bronzy, browny, taupey pink, and then the most stunning pink petal detail going all the way down the back. My previous Farfetch from 4 or 5 years ago is one-shouldered with the flowers. So a little bit more kind of asymmetrical, whereas this one is symmetrical. You've got the florals on both sides, so different enough for me to warrant purchasing another one. I feel like the price of swimsuits and luxury swimwear as a whole has really gone up over the past few years, whereas La Revêche, I don't feel like their prices have gone up in the same kind of way. So again, yes, premium for swimwear, but there seems to be a lot more competition around that price point now. People seem to be more comfortable with spending a little bit more on swimwear. We just want to feel good when we're at the beach. We want something that's going to look great in pictures, and this certainly ticks those boxes. Another really predictable one next, and it is of course my Valentino sandals. Can I even do a fashion video talking about summer fashion without mentioning my Valentino sandals? I thought I would show you my oldest and my newest pair. So the Valentino, I forget, you have to call it Valentino Garavani these days. I recommend these to all of my friends. One of my friends was saying, Josie, I don't see the comfort that you're talking about, but it turned out that she had a half size too small, and then when she got her correct size, she was like, okay, now I get it, and she wears them absolutely non-stop. So this is my oldest pair in this pewter color. I do tend to go for neutrals or metallics in my accessories. And then my newest pair is this kind of raffia, it's almost like a straw finish, which to me definitely counts as a neutral. Farfetch have the most insane selection and quantity of Valentino Garavani footwear, whether it's this style, higher heels, the rock stud heels, which by the way are amazing wedding shoes, so comfortable, you can literally dance / jog the night away in them, and the little flats as well. Farfetch is without doubt my go-to when it comes to Valentino, and you can also very often find some in the sale as well. I actually got these in the sale, so I'm not sure if they'll still be available, but I will leave my favorite Valentino Garavani rock stud sandals from Farfetch in the description box. Now I feel like basket bags are a real Marmite product, but I think that once you do invest in a basket bag, you do kind of see what all the fuss is about. And I've definitely been, in fact I've probably done a video about why you shouldn't spend hundreds of pounds on a basket bag, but then I fell for the draw of the Instagram look of the Loewe basket bags, and I did indeed, well actually no, that's a lie, I ended up renting one for a few holidays a few summers ago, maybe 3 or 4 summers ago, fell in love with it, and then ended up purchasing my own. No regrets, I absolutely love it. I use it in fact as my everyday handbag throughout summer. This should also be in every dog lover's handbag. A little bit of a sidetrack. Mine says all you need is love and you're dachshund. It is a little portable water bowl. I always keep that in my bag for Dexy and Dicky. But yes, they are premium in their price point, but when it comes to a designer bag, they are at a more entry-level price point. And I just feel like they elevate my summer outfits so much. The neutral tones of these mean they work with everything. So once again, the price per wear on a luxury basket bag for me is really worth it throughout summer. And the one that caught my eye on the Farfetch new in page was the Chloe Marcy bag. Now, Marcy or Macy? Now I actually purchased this one last summer, but I noticed that it was in the new in section again, as well as another one which actually I saw in real life in Selfridges, but unfortunately I wasn't quick enough to get it on Farfetch. But if I can, I'll leave a picture of it on here, on the screen here. I am very, very tempted to add that one to my collection as well, because it is a more relaxed silhouette. But this one, again, it's actually a little bit bigger than the Loewe bag, so if I need to take my laptop with me for a day, that will fit in here a lot more easily than it'll fit in the Loewe basket bag. So I really do alternate between the two. This one's a little bit more relaxed in its style, a bit more open, a little bit more typical Spanish market, but then you have got this detail on the front, which is a very Chloe design detail. I believe this is under £500, so again, very expensive for a basket bag, but it is a more affordable way of getting a Chloe bag into your summer wardrobe. Now I am conscious, of course, that everything that I'm mentioning in today's video is a premium price point, but when a video has the word investment in the title, I'm pretty sure that it is to be expected. So hopefully there's no surprises here, because my next top 10 investment piece for a summer wardrobe is a pair of designer sunglasses, and my all-time favorite is my pair from Fendi. Now if I show you up a little bit more closely, excuse the reflection of my ring light, you can see they're kind of tortoise, turtles style, where they look black from afar, but when they catch the light you can see they're a little bit browny. For my personal face shape, I find that a cat eye is the most flattering. I do also have a black pair of sunglasses from YSL that equally I love, but I think these just pip them to the post for the #1 spot for best summer investment. A pair of designer sunglasses really does have the ability to instantly elevate a summer look, and you just feel so chic. You just feel so chic with a pair of designer sunglasses. But having said that, I would always recommend investing. I would always recommend also taking a more affordable pair with you if you're going on a boat trip. If you're going to be on the beach, in the sea, you probably don't want to risk ruining your special ones. So if you are going to take a more expensive pair of sunglasses with you on holiday, always take a high street pair as well. Not that you want to ruin them or lose them, but just because it would be a little bit less heartbreaking if a grain of sand did scratch them than your luxury pair. Right, so a little digression, but something that I feel is really important to include in this video, and it is my By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. This is such an essential for me in my summer overall look. I know it's really random, but you can have on the most chic outfit, the best accessories in the whole world, but if you are super duper shiny, then you're just not gonna look chic. I'm saying that, and I can see in the viewfinder that I am looking seriously bloomin' shiny. I speak about this so much. It really is the best powder in the whole world. The powder for people that hate powders. If you don't want to be caked, you don't want to be completely mattified, you still want your skin to glow, this, as you might be able to guess from the name, has hyaluronic within it. So it's really nice and moisturizing for the skin. I'm not a powder person, but I will always have one of these in my handbag throughout the summer months. It is valid with my 20% off By Terry discount code, so I'll also leave that link down below. But yeah, it may not be a fashion piece, but it definitely adds to the overall look to ensure you look absolutely fabulous with your investment pieces this summer. And last but not least, something that I have to mention, you may have been wondering about the dress that I'm wearing throughout this video, my old investment favorites. It's definitely not a bad thing. I still love all of these pieces as much as the day that I added them to my wardrobe. It is, of course, my Zimmerman dresses. I do have quite a collection these days. Farfetch always has the most incredible selection of Zimmerman dresses. Sometimes they do come from Australia, sometimes from boutique in Italy. They really do have the absolute best of the bunch. This was the first one that I purchased in this particular silhouette, and it completely got me addicted. I just felt so good when I wore this. I still do. Since buying this one, I now buy this style sized up because it is quite tight on the kind of bodice area, even though it does have a little bit of smocking behind. But because I felt so good in this dress, some of my favorite photos that we've ever taken have been wearing this dress, that when I saw a very similar style being brought out the following year, I also chose to invest in this one. It also has the bow detail on the sleeves, and then the dress that I'm wearing today is the 2021 newest edition, slightly more bold with the floral patterns. You've still got the bow detail on the sleeves, and I always recommend using a pair of hair straighteners to just tidy up the bows, get rid of any creases in them to make sure it looks absolutely perfect. It's a really comfortable silhouette, and I feel like it's the kind of dress that works for so many different occasions, whether it's, you could definitely wear this to a wedding, but equally you could wear it on more casual days as well. And as I'm sure you know, I'm all about the price per wear, so things that I can wear to many different occasions always come very highly recommended. And I've also just remembered, I nearly always talk about my accessories first because otherwise I will forget. Totally would have forgotten had I not just seen the light catching my necklace. This necklace is from Zimmerman, and it's one that I wear every single summer. It's one of those styles that works really well with your day outfits, your evening outfits, your dresses, but also your bikinis. It was a fantastic investment. I've worn it in the ocean, in showers, during oily massages, and it still looks as good as new. I love pairing this with a long pendant with a little pearl on it. That for me is my kind of classic summer accessory combination. So yes, classic necklaces such as this one. I'll leave this exact one from Zimmerman linked down below, as well as my favorite pearl pendant, because they really do elevate a summer outfit as well. So darlings, that is all from me for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget 10% off, as always, for a limited time from Farfetch. All the information for that will be linked in the description box down below, as well as everything that I featured. And that is all from me for today. I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye.